Hello, my name is Casey Elliott, and this is my persuasive speech for COM 231. The topic that I have chosen today is something that is very important to me. I have always been a believer in the saying, adopt, don't shop. And what that means is adopting animals from shelters, foster homes, bad situations, instead of going and purchasing an animal from a breeder per se. Not that I don't think that they don't deserve a home as well, but I feel like animals in shelters or bad situations deserve them more. The animal shelter in Shelby, North Carolina is constantly at max capacity. They are overrun with dogs and cats and sometimes other animals. I've seen in the past they've even had pigs in there. Their adoption fee for a dog is $40, for a cat is $20, and that includes a spay or neuter and a microchip. So really it can't get better than that as far as cost goes. Also, you know that if you go there, there's going to be a wide variety of different breeds, different ages of animals. So for instance, if you wanted a young puppy that you could possibly train, then you would be able to find that animal there, hopefully. And if not there that week, then you might the next week, because unfortunately, they are constantly getting more and more animals in every day because people just mistreat their animals, dump them out on the road, or they get run away and are unable to locate their owner. And the cats, they're the same way. There's young, there's old. If you want a quiet house cat that's not rambunctious and slapping at your feet every time you walk by, then you could possibly find you an elderly cat. Same for an elderly dog. If you wanted a husky or a chihuahua or a Siamese cat, you never know what you're going to be able to find at a shelter. And just because you don't want to, just because you're not finding what you're looking for at your local shelter, there are shelters in every county that you could go and look at. And a lot of these places have Facebook pages, they have websites, so that you can actually go and look at these places. Another option to getting these animals out of the homes or the shelters and into your home is becoming a foster for an animal. So a good friend of mine actually fosters a dog, and I recently learned about the process. So you fill out an application just like you would for fostering a child, and sometimes they will place you with a specific animal, and they can hop them from foster home to foster home so that they don't get too attached per se. Or sometimes if they're an older animal, or they are in poor health, they actually will call it fospice, CE, so that the animal can actually stay with you, the foster parent, and be allowed to pass there. So there are a lot of options that are out there for people to adopt animals from shelters or foster. The reason this is so close to me is I have my own dog. Her name is Liza, and when I first got her 5 years ago, you would have never realized now what she come from. She was severely abused. She had demodectic mange. She had hardly no hair. She had lesions, blisters, bruises, scratches all over herself. She was filled with worms and fleas. And it took me months to get her healed. It was months of medication, special baths, vet visits. But now she is a completely sweet and precious dog, and you would have never known the conditions that she come from being abused and mistreated. So the saying, adopt, don't shop, really means a lot to me. And I hope that this little bit of information today has allowed you to get some perspective and hopefully persuade you into adopting your next pet.